Like a zone defense with CD working the middle.
And on 3rd and 5, out quick, Prescott, a little bit behind Pickens. Did he bring it in? Yes. At the 45, he's got it. 4-man pressure, picked up. Prescott's throw is caught by George Pickens at the sideline. First down, Dallas at the 38.
One thing you always see out of Pickens is he extends his arms to make catches. If he did not here, he would have had that ball stripped out of his hands. But as he is able to...
You got to call whatever your best play is that will result in the touchdown.
It's a pass. End zone. Pickens! Touchdown, Dallas!
Yep.
George Pickens gives the Cowboys the lead.
Really smart play call. What's the last couple routes he's run? A slant. So now all of a sudden you get that defender a little bit more conscious of the in-breaking route.
30. Needed about 25 yards to get into Aubrey's range. Prescott looking long. Lofts it up for Pickens, who's got it. They're in field goal range as George Pickens gets 27 yards.
Tell you what a difference George Pickens makes for this Cowboys offense. We're so used to CeeDee Lamb being the go-to guy. Paulson Adebo now is matched up man coverage against Pickens, and Dak has just enough time to hang on there under pressure, and George Pickens has made some of the...
Play fake, blitz coming, get it out wide open, man out there, it is Pickens, and Pickens inside the 25, he goes.
Pickens realized how open he was. Wright gets his eyes just caught in the wrong place. Play action fake for sure, but Pickens out there standing out there like he's out to practice early. Easy throw. Get it to your big fella, get him upfield. I do like the...
Looking to capitalize again where they haven't so far in this game. On the fake, Prescott rolling, floating. Pickens one-hander, touchdown, Cowboys.
Very similar to the play early in the drive. He kind of lollies right to sleep again. Nope. Bazooka Joe, as they called him in New England.
He has, he's going to throw. They're going to let him unleash that arm. There you go, in stride. It's a good throw to Pickens. So he has got an insane cannon of an arm.
Yeah.
That's his MO.
Yeah, that's an understatement. That is a long, whippy arm. A lot of platforms.
29, Prescott putting it up for Pickens. Safety coming over. Did Pickens bring that down? Remarkable stuff. He got it. Oh, wow. CD loves it too.
Let's see, does he get it done? The catch, did the knee land first? That first foot was down, and then the second toe got down, didn't it? Let's see.
Yeah, you're right. Dak adjusting the play. Parsons off the edge. Prescott end zone touchdown. Pickens. Improbably Dallas leads.
A little magic going with Pickens. Watch this little wiggle move at the top of the route. Right as he's going, he's going to the flag. No, back outside, back inside. Beautifully done, and boy, oh boy, do the Dallas Cowboys need that. They needed one of those moments, right? This whole thing was terrible in the first quarter, and the Cowboys have awakened.
They will go for it. Prescott throws it in the middle, and it's caught for the first down by Pickens. So he's had the spectacular catch here working in the middle to keep the drive going at the Pac 45.
You have no idea how good this throw is. So he's going to come across here, and watch how low this ball is. It's exactly what you want as a receiver going across the middle, especially on fourth down. They're dropping a lot of safeties in. There are going to be some chances down the field.
That got rid of it. Here's Pickens. He inside the 10. Pickens to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
So what you're going to see are safeties dropping in there, which means right at the snap of the ball, Dak understands that's one-on-one with his best player on the outside. Get him the football, catch and run, break a tackle, and it has been the breakout night, at least as far as his Dallas Cowboys career goes, for George Pickens. He has been sensational tonight. And remember, that's Carrington Valentine, who's in for Nate Dobbs.
And Dak Prescott matching Jordan Love, their numbers almost the same. And George Pickens, he was frustrated when he did not perform and had a drop last week. And Dak said, you just got to stay on board here because no CD Lamb. We're going to ask a lot of you.
Micah Parsons out wide, and he is going to get a running start.
Into the play clock off in time. Prescott throwing sideline caught. It's Pickens. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. George Pickens targeted for the 11th time. 8th catch of the night.
Big time throw right there, and it's set up by this big guy out here, Nate Thomas. He's got Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons has space, and he just flat out got it done on that one. And then Dak and Pickens delivered as they have all night long.
So it was not the wrong decision, just a really good design by the Dallas defense.
Prescott loads up. Pickens hand fighting into the end zone. Touchdown! Breathtaking 43-yard strike.
It's one catch leading up to that, but it's then the splash negatives for this Jets defense. We've talked about it all day. Hand fighting, two big physical long athletes going at it, and that's kind of the Jets in a nutshell. You play well all game, but it's that one bad play this time by Sauce Gardner. And
two of the top 5 pass-catching tight ends in the NFL in the first month plus. Fake it to Williams. Prescott loading up. Floats it over the top of the defense. George Pickens with a ball in hand, then a hurdle, taking it down inside the 10. 31-yard gain, Greg.
All right, so this is a tough man matchup. So he's up there in press. Big body, George Pickens. He's long, he can run. J.C. Horn tries to undercut that ball. Just a fantastic throw by Dak Prescott. He throws that ball any lower, it's probably a pick. Good ball placement, then just look at the athleticism of Pickens, using all the play clock to get into the best play.
Quick slant, Pickens breaks free. George Pickens, touchdown Dallas, and the Cowboys take the lead.
And Dak Prescott operating. Mike Jackson is usually the wide side corner. So typically with the ball in that hash, that would be J.C. Horn matched up against George Pickens. But because they went fast at him and they just lined up, the corners didn't have an opportunity to get to the appropriate side. Dak uses a hard count to set the... George Pickens aligned against Mike Jackson at the top of the screen.
Prescott deep drop, wants something deep downfield, and right on cue, it's Pickens getting away from Mike Jackson into the open field. Pickens down near the 20-yard line.
Carolina Panthers, they want to play Mike Jackson number 2 to the wide side of the field. Typically, George Pickens is what they call the X receiver, so he would be aligned to the short side. That would put him up against J.C. Horn. They're doing a much better job moving George Pickens around, and it seems like when he's across from Mike Jackson, they're going to go after him.
There you go. I know you do. I do. Here the Cowboys take over, great field position. Prescott lofting it up. George Pickens. Oh, come on! What a catch! Over the shoulder, he's inbounds, and a beauty to George Pickens.
Yeah, what a catch. Perfect throw.
One timeout left for Dallas. After the sack, it's Prescott. Launching, going deep. Pickens with good coverage. He's got it! Oh, how many great catches is he going to make today? Unbelievable. Pickens up top for 44.
Now, this is what they're used to seeing. He's talking about a level of trust that Dak already has in him. That is what I call a bucket.
Just drop it in the bucket.
On 4th and 2. Pass open. Tap dance Pickens and a Dallas first down.
It's a big time throw. Watch Dak right here. He's going to throw and layer this behind the linebacker in front of the corner. And you are not expecting that. Great job by Pickens to just find that soft spot. But that is a big time decision and throw. And to be able to find him shows you this Dallas team is not out of this game.
Meanwhile, there's another Bronco defender shaken up. To see the effort here. He is such an interesting player to watch.
He's so good.
I mean, you've seen him hurdle this season unlike anybody you've ever seen.
He's a great dad with the peekaboos. I mean,
but the way he can. Dak needs a big play. 3rd and 12, and he gets it. It's Pickens who climbs up high. He can make, again, the acrobatic catch with the best of them. Get 16.
And who did he go after?
Yep, Abrams.
The early part of his career, still a young player, but for him to do what he's now doing, they've won 5 of their last 7, playing some good football.
Pickens wide open on a play action, and he's to midfield. And one other note about Carolina. They got their 6th win yesterday. They had 5 all of last year. And they're right there in the NFC South. Only the 2nd Dallas penalty of the game. Backs him up 5. Prescott able to step into it. It's got Pickens. Good move. Nice cut back and a touchdown.
Well, you see what they do to Max Crosby. They put Ferguson over there on him, and then they kick out Tyler Smith, and he helps double to neutralize that pass rush, and it gives then Dak Prescott some time. He gets the ball to Pickens. Nice job run after the catch for the touchdown. There's a good look at the route, and he's able to create the separation, and then it's just a foot race, and it's all George Pickens.
3rd down and 4. Pickens with a first down catch. Looking for a big play and a nice try, but no tackle by Lonnie Johnson, and nobody can bring him down. What an effort by George Pickens. And a catch and run, more the run than the catch, 21 yards.
Well, Stokes has help on the outside right here. He's got safety help. You can't.
Davis is in there, but he's in there now, actually.
Fake it to him. Prescott thinks about a deep one. Pickens goes up and snags it. Oh, he ripped that out of the air. Pickens heating up on this drive to pick up 17.
Yeah, good protection. This is a very good pass concept scheme. The stretch pass gives him a firm pocket where Dak can really drive the football.
Prescott looking to throw. Corner. Touchdown, Pickens.
Gives him a little juice. Watch this throw on the previous play to Ferguson.
Prescott has some time. Loading up. Going deep. Pickens. He's got it. Oh, come on.
What a catch. The high 7 again. In and back to the corner. Dak knows when he's down there one-on-one and DeJean's got his back to the ball. Just throw it as high and as far as you can. Brown's trying to come over to help, but he's late, and Pitt goes.
Blitz coming. Prescott over the middle. It is caught in stride. George Pickens again, and he's down to the 21.
Pass route, a slant route, going on Quinyon Mitchell, gets bumped into, and then Pickens does the rest. Good decisive throw by Dak, cuts it loose on the blitz. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time. And that is the kind of field goal range you want Aubrey in.
Man, George Pickens has been amazing.
Nobody's helping over the top over here.
3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. Yeah, you saw it, Tony. There's Pickens, who pirouettes around the defender and takes off past Edwards. Oh, my gosh. What a leap that was. That was insane. Watch
But
this.
look at this. Different situations that come up.
To make it a 7-point lead. Prescott, second and third options. He's looking, has to release it, and it's caught. It's Pickens who got him most of the way there. And the Cowboys take the 28-21 lead. Roughs the quarterback. That hit right there at Pickens. With a little tiptoe, too. Schottenheimer loving what he's saying.
Out of playoff contention, so why not go for it on 4th and 2 with a shot for Pickens. Back shoulder throw, first down. There's an explosive play in the pass game allowed by the Chargers.
Yeah, I love it. So typically you're going to get inside technique, which Cam Hart's inside. He's going to take away the slant, which is commonly what you would think on 4th and short, which opens up a release to the outside and no bigger.
Second and short, Prescott takes a deep shot down the sideline. It is Pickens picking it for the touchdown. Welcome back into the fold for George Pickens. They wanted to get him involved. How about that for a deep shot score?
Bottom line is,
and in my opinion, Fletch and Wags, Hall of Famers.
11th play of the drive. It's on time. Breaking away from the tackle, George Pickens, as he slips down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. Pickens, a Pro Bowler this year in his first season with Dallas.
Yeah, this is football 101. Off coverage, quick out, quick game. Quarterback's going to hit you before you get out of your break. Just pitch and catch between Dak and Pickens.